Jackson! Charles Dickinson! Lock in! Now, I personally think there's no sane American president. They're all borderline. No, shoot, bad. They're all borderline crazy. You can't call the literal shots that they call and not become clinically insane unless you're already there. So they're all padded wall biters in my opinion. But of this list of homicidal ass niggas, Andrew Jackson is definitely up there. Like if he were to take a good person test, he'd most likely bomb it. Bomb it. No, bad. No drone strikes on Middle Eastern countries. Meet Andrew Jackson, who may be our 7th president, but our first one to catch a body. Not indirectly by ordering it. No, he got that shit out the mud by putting someone in the mud. He has killed someone in cold blood, and I have the story, so let's talk about it. So boom. One day, Andrew Jackson's tending to his cattle, minding his own business, when a man by the name of Mr. Dickinson approaches him. He's like, say man, my horse need an oil change and a tire rotation, but I can't go nowhere, but I need to be on the other side of town. Lock me in with a horse. How much? And Andrew's like, shit, okay, I could get you in that hole for about $250. And Dickinson's like, shit, I ain't gonna lie, I only got $200 on me, but let me get the rest from my crib and I'll pull back up. Nah, you better get an Uber Black, twin. Making this joke in February is crazy, Yo-Yo. Get back to work! So Dickinson gets to pleading like, bro, on my kids, I'll bring you the rest of the money. Just let me get the horse. Fine, bro, but I'm gonna need my bread tomorrow. Bet, I appreciate you. So Dickinson hops on the horse and rides till his heart's content. Pause. Fast forward to the next day, and Andrew's just walking around town, minding his own business. When all of a sudden, he sees Dickinson. So he presses him. Say, man, when you gonna slide me that bread? So Andrew gets to yelling at Dickinson, calling him broke, all that. That's when Dickinson's son, Charles, comes into the picture. He hears Andrew and he's like, better watch how you talking to my pops before he get mad hostile in this. So Andrew's looking at bro like, you got your own kid meat right in you. I see why your last name is Dickinson. Don't talk like that to me. Okay. And that's when they get to scuffling. Cartoony cloud, boots flying, everything. I mean, they was in each other with the, you know, it's the 1800s. They squabbling. But the people around them intervene and separate the two. No one threw any punches. And that's important to the story because when a fight gets broken up and no one gets to throw any punches, both parties are kind of equally allowed to talk shit because there's no undisputed winner. I mean, both people are allowed to say, beat his ass. So the press gets a hold of this situation and publishes it in the newspaper. This was basically the 1800s version of a subtweet. Hey, it has been informed to us, according to Sir Charles Dickinson, that Andrew Jackson is indeed a coward. Wait, I have urgent news from Sir Andrew Jackson, and he claims that Charles Dickinson is quite indeed a worthless cur. Wait, I have even more urgent news. Charles Dickinson now claims that Andrew Jackson's wife is a whore. Oh my heavens! So Andrew gets tight and he gets to straight plotting on bro. Now I'm gonna test this gangster. I'm gonna confront him. So Andrew walks up to Charles and he asks, yo, did you really say that? And Charles is like, hey man, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of lit last night. If I don't remember saying that, but if I did, my fault. Word. All right, we cool. So they call it there. But Andrew's still mad. He continues to talk behind Charles's back. And the word of that spreads like wildfire, even though California hasn't been colonized. And people are looking at Charles like he's weak. Like, damn, you was just flicked up with Andrew too. Talking about, I do not make tea, but I'll drop a bag to get you mugged. Man, I thought they was f***ing with that picture too. And Charles gets tight. So after that, he sends one of his men to confront Andrew. Bro walks up to Andrew and he's like, yo, you still beefing with my boy Charles? And Andrew's like, what you finna do about it, bro? And as for what transpired after that, let's just say Charles's friend left that building with Victorian boot footmarks on his face. But as he's leaving the jumping, he screams and calls Andrew a coward. So the next morning after seeing this, Charles and his men get right back to talking crazy on the net. And at that point, Andrew Jackson has had enough. So he goes to Charles Dickinson and is like, time to and challenges him to a duel. Now, duels aren't allowed in Tennessee, which is where they were at the time. But at a Jack with a Mac, was ducking no smoke. So he's like, see me in Kentucky and run this fade right now. I know your broke ass don't got a horse, so take mine. He's tight. And Charles is like, bet. And he still takes the horse. And the thing that's crazy about this is having enough hate in your heart to take a multiple day horse ride somewhere just to catch a fade with someone is insane. I could be beefing with someone in another building in this apartment complex and I would not go all the way over there to fight them. I ain't gonna lie. That's dedication. Mind you, the beef isn't even OD that deep. It's just name calling. Like, they got it. Anyways, so they're making their way to the battlegrounds and Andrew's man is like, yo, so what made you want to die today? Huh? What you mean? Like, I mean, I just didn't know that you wanted to end it. Like, there's help. Logic has a whole song about it. Bro, what are you talking about? Charles is the one dying today, gang. Bro, Charles is the best shooter in Tennessee. He's the what? Yeah, like, he's not gonna leave you like Trump. He's gonna leave you like JFK. You're telling me the nigga that I have been beefing with this whole time was the best shooter in Tennessee? Also America. That's even worse. Why did you let me challenge him? I mean, I just didn't want you to look like a bitch. Well, now I'm gonna look like Abraham Lincoln. So Andrew's tweaked because he does not like the odds of him winning this duel. So he comes up with a plan. Since you got me in this mess, you're gonna help me get out of it. When we set up to do the duel, I want you to scream. Go as fast and as loud as you can so he panics and pre-fires. I'm gonna wear this baggy ass little yachty fit so when he shoots the bullet, it's gonna get stuck in my clothes because it's the 1800s and our guns suck. And his mans is like, bet, I got you. So they get to Kentucky.
And in the left corner, he might not be president yet, but he still got a pro, Andrew Jackson. And in the right corner, his last name has a dick because he'll bust at you like John Wick, AKA the best shooter in all of Tennessee, Charles Dickinson. Ready your weapons, boys, and let's get ready to rumble.
Andrew Jackson walks in with his baggy fit and he's like, y'all are about to witness history. It's a coward. It's him. He's cooked. After that, Charles Dickinson walks in, trigger finger itching. He's grunting like a TikTok YN guy. You finna get Swiss cheese, twin. They ready their weapons. Fire! Yells Andrew's friend, and Charles Dickinson grabs pole and then bam! Oh my God. Andrew hits the ground hard, but gets up. The bullet ended up hitting a button next to Andrew. I almost said Andrew Tate. Next to Andrew Jackson's heart, and it like ricocheted somewhere else. It's still in his chest, but it's just, it didn't kill him. So he was relatively fine. Charles misfired. Since Andrew's alive and Charles misfired, it's now Andrew's turn to shoot. So Andrew lifts his gun, aims it right at Charles. Bam! His gun jams and the duel ends. I mean, both parties shot, no one's dead, so they're supposed to just bounce. So Charles looks at his dad like, that was for you, Pops. I preserved your honor. Bam! Charles gets shot right in the dome. Andrew reloaded his gun and let that whole thing twice. According to Andrew, his gun only half jammed. Whatever the fuck that means. So Andrew turns around and just walks away. After not only killing someone in cold blood, but cheating to do so, genuinely cementing the fact that Andrew Jackson is indeed a coward. So pretty much after that, everyone hated Andrew Jackson because he didn't necessarily have to kill Charles. They both shot, they both lived. The rules state they can dip. Crazy thing about all this is the fact that Andrew Jackson still, after this, became the president. Like, he was still able to sit in office after this. So that's why, of the list of the homicidal presidents that we got, Andrew Jackson is up there. But hey, man, that's the gist of the story. I hope you guys like this video. We just gonna keep them posting. You know what I'm saying? Catch you on the next one. Love y'all. Peace.